Okay, this is the second part of the memo. So this is what you got for 4b, and again it looks very strange because it doesn't look like dots. First of all, 200 is not a perfect square. X has a power of 1, so it can't be a perfect square. X to the power of 3, again, not a perfect square, and neither is 2. So whenever that happens, first think, okay, what's the first thing I do? The first thing I do is I check if there's a highest common factor. Okay, so is there a number that can go into 202? Yes, 2. And then are there x's in both terms? Yes, there are, which means that I can take x out as a highest common factor also. Okay, so I've taken out 2x as a highest common factor. So what I'm doing is I'm saying 200x divided by 2x. Okay, so the x's will cancel. 200 divided by 2 is 100. And then this part here, I'm also dividing by 2x. So 2 divided by 2 is 1. X cubed divided by x. One of the x's cancel, so I'm left with x squared. Now I can clearly see that this is dots, right? There's my perfect square 100, there's my perfect square x squared, and I've got a negative. So I open up my two brackets, bring down the highest common factor, don't forget about it. 100 square rooted is 10, and then x squared square rooted is x. There's my positive bracket, there's my negative bracket, they're exactly the same except for the signs. Alright, 4c. Okay, 4c was pretty standard. It looked more complicated than it was. All of these are perfect squares because they've all got exponents that are even. And so there's my positive bracket there, there's my negative bracket. 36 square rooted is 6, 49 square rooted is 7, then I basically just half all my exponents. X to the power of 6 square rooted is x to the power of 3, y squared square rooted is y, and then the square root of z to the power of 4 is z to the power of 2. So I literally have the same brackets except one is positive and negative. And then for D, finally at the end of this memo, again, 3 is not a perfect square, neither is 27, so I don't even think about dots. I first think about highest common factor, so I take out 3 as the highest common factor because it goes into 3 and 27. And when I divide through by 3, this is what I get. And this is dots. Okay, so I open up my two brackets. One is positive and negative. Square root of 9 is 3. Square root here will just be xy, xy. Cool.